So you're one of the few people out there who's been blessed enough with a YB interview, right? It's you, it's Gillian Wallow, it's Rap Radar. What's it like to be one of those chosen few?
It's cool, man. I didn't really have a relationship with YB. He had seen. I'm assuming he saw my. I had an interview with Glorilla like a year and a half ago or so. That was funny as fuck. Around the time that interview dropped, he DM'd me.
YB DM'd?
Yeah. So he just hit me up and was just asking me if I enjoyed what I do. And I was like, yeah, man. And he said something about liking my energy and, keep going, keep killing it, whatever. So I hit him like, hey, man, I'd love to interview you one day, And I think he just liked it. And fast forward, I hit him again because I want to say, I don't know if he replied to something I posted or I might have seen he was doing something. But I hit him back and was like, hey bro, I'm still down. I would love to still do that interview, And he asked for my number, so I sent him my number and I ended up getting a FaceTime call and missed it because I didn't know who the fuck it was. Ended up getting FaceTimed and saying, hey, can you be in Utah tomorrow? And
1 day notice.
Literally, it was about 7:30 at night, the night before.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah. And so I hit this fool and I was like,
I'm gonna be there.
Hey bro, we're finna go to Salt Lake City in the morning. I gotta find us a flight. We were gonna drive, remember? I was like, fuck it, let's just whip it. It's 13 hours away. Let's just go. We'll be there by 8 a.m. tomorrow, But we ended up finding a flight, and it was me, my boy Cyrus, my boy Mustafa, who I flew from Phoenix to help shoot, and yeah, we got there. We got there in the morning. I had to record my radio show, and we were waiting to hear from his people to tell us when to come. His probation officer hit me and wanted to make sure we weren't some criminals.
All sorts of clearances.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, he's trying to get off probation, so
serious case.
So yeah, we got cleared to go to his house, and when we got there, he was fucking we got out. And he rolled up on us on a horse.
So, that clip was so crazy. What?
Literally, we got out. His boy was like, shout out to Jason. He was like,
that's his engineer, right?
Yeah. So Jason was like, yo, start rolling. He's about to roll up on a horse. And I was like, oh shit. So I didn't even get mic'd up or nothing.
Yeah, that shit was random.
So he rolled up on a horse, and honestly, I always tell people this, he was super cool, man. He was a very chill dude. I did not know what to expect. I've seen other interviews that he's done. I think he had recently did a Complex interview that was right before ours. But he was super chill, man. And I think for me, I don't judge anybody by what I see on the internet. I'd like to judge people based on my interactions with them, and my interactions with him were amazing.
That's fire.
He was cool as fuck, the whole time. Super cool, super accommodating. Wasn't wasn't ever a dick. I think my whole thing is if I'm gonna meet somebody, I don't want to. I'm not gonna bring up any drama. That's usually how my interviews go. You know what I mean? For the most part, sometimes I bring up some of the beef shit if it's super obvious, but I'm not gonna bring up any negative shit to him because why? You know what I mean? Everybody who would want to sit down with him is gonna bring up.
So how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, so it's man, nah. I want to just, I like to just shoot the shit in my interviews and see where it goes from there. If it gets brought up, it gets brought up. If not, it don't. But I had my intention with him was just to just kind of hang and see what came of it.
And that's exactly what it felt like.
Yeah,
it literally felt y'all were just hanging out and just seeing him in that type of vibe.
Yeah, and I didn't have I'd have some questions that I have in the chamber that I asked him about his relationship with Rod Wave and stuff like that I kind of thought about. or shout out to Jules. Jules actually thought of that one for me. But you know, in general, like my whole approach to interviews is like you know, like I did an interview with Rilo. That was not the easiest interview to conduct, but everybody said that's the best Rilo interview they've ever seen because he was like semi-engaged. Mm-hmm. Same thing with my Young Nudie interview. My Young Nudie interview, it was like prying teeth. Not because he's a bad guy, but because he doesn't like to be interviewed. You could tell Nudie's an introvert, right?
Right.
Yeah. So like if you watch Young Nudie's interview with Academics, and shout out to Academics, but like his interview with Academics it went viral because he just sat there.
Quiet answer.
It was him and Baby Drill.
They got me feeling like I'm Academics.
So like, you know, my whole thing is like I just want to try to just treat people like not like they're not aliens. And I don't want to bring up like if you got beef and more importantly like if people have passed away, it's not my place to either add any fire to that or bring it up unless I'm bringing it up in a way.
With respect.
How can we change the trajectory of this?
Yeah.
Like I spoke with Fulio about his beef with Young and Ace, and I was more like, hey man, like I know both of y'all. Both of you guys are nice kids. What can we do to like would you guys ever sit in a room together? You know, and he even said during the interview, Fulio was like, yo, the song he dropped on me was actually hard. And it was like, you know, well shit, maybe y'all like, you know, but the thing is when people die, man.
Your approach is just different.
I just don't want to be like, I'm a relationship guy, moreover. So I don't want people to see my name on their press list and be like, if we go there, it's going to be drama. I want people to know if they come to my spot, it's a safe place. I want people to know if they come into an interview with me and there's something they can say in the interview that they don't want to be released, I'll take it out. I don't give a fuck.
You're not here to damage anybody.
I don't care. It ain't that serious to me. So like we've had so many things in interviews that would have gotten us millions of views. Like I've taken out clips of an interview that would have caused like a hip hop war. But I took it out. It wasn't even that his team didn't even ask me to take it out. I was like, you know what?
This gonna do something.
I don't want this on me. You know? And that beef never happened. Because the person who came on the show was super drunk. I was just popping some crazy shit. I was like, oh, we gotta take this out. I don't want to be part of that. Because I'm cool with both people, you know? Even like
you're a trusted person in this space.
Dude, how about this? Swifty Blue came on my podcast. And I'm tied with his guy, well, his former guy. Soul.
Oh, from OTR.
Yeah. So OTR,
Shout out fucking Lefty right now.
Rosecrans, Vic, all those guys are like.
You had a fire interview.
Those are my boys, right? So like, Swifty came on my show, and he started talking about how he never signed with blacks. He said that word, right?
Oh, okay. I remember this whole thing.
Yeah. So again, like, you know, he was more kind of approaching that conversation, I think, from like the prison politics standpoint that Wack was approaching.
Yeah, he wouldn't sign a Sereno based on certain politics.
But I knew